Hi, I'm Fred. This is Vlogmas 2020. Today's topic, a recap of this year's Vlogmas. Today's beer, Lion Bridge Compensation. Now, I'm not sure if this is the right beer or not. When you go in, because they have a bar, you get workman's compensation. But I thought that was a darker one. This is an English mild ale. But it's been a while since we've been able to go into bars, really, so I don't know. Probably better to end this series on a bit of a light note, anyway. Some of those beers have been a little excessive. I don't remember if this is what I wanted or not, but it's good. I'm sure I've had it before. Before we get into my recap, let's go ahead and have a review of all the beers I've had. Today's beer is the Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter. Today's beer is Firestone Nitro Merlin Milk Stout. Today's beer is Paulaner München, the Oktoberfest Märzen. Today's beer is the Boulevard Dark Truth Imperial Stout. Today is Dragon's Milk White. Today's beer is Plaid Habit. Today's beer is, tall, 35K. Today's beer is Even More Jesus. This one is Even More Coco Jesus. Today's beer is a rather long name. Even More 8-pound, 6-ounce newborn infant Jesus. Today's beer is Barrel-Aged Vanilla Bean Stout. Today's beer, this one, Chocolate Cherry Stout. The beer is Backroads Stout. Today's beer, the original, or maybe not, the Dragon's Milk. Today's beer is over here. It is, let's turn it sideways, Arrogant Bastard Ale. Today's beer, Disaster at Meux. Today's beer is the Bourbon Barrel Quad. Today's beer is Christmas Ale. Today's beer, let's see, Dirty Bastard. Today's beer, Obsidian Stout. Today's beer is Snow on the Maple Tree Imperial Stout. Today's beer is Bell's Porter. Today's beer is Whiskey Barrel Stout. I don't know how long that took me to edit together. Probably not that long, but longer than I wanted to take. I don't remember most of them. So, I mean, I haven't edited that bit yet, so I don't remember even. Once this one goes out, I'll have known all the ones. So about this year. Let's start with the last 24 days or 23 days. There have been a lot of changes. Hi, Kitty. Just in my living room, really. It's been weird. I kind of like it better than last year. You know, walking around half the time I was at work. You know, walking to or from places with my cheese, or driving down to rehearsals. I didn't have any opportunities to do any of those this year. I've been working from home. I've done some virtual theater, but not much, because it kind of gets on my nerves. I like to actually be there. I haven't done a rehearsal in, well, let's see, since March. So a few months. So yeah, the year in general has been a little weird. Overall though, this is terrible. It's been a pretty good year for us. We're doing okay, and I'm grateful for that. We got the virus. It wasn't great, but no one was hospitalized. I always count that as a win. Hopefully with the vaccines available now, I don't want to say this world's ever going back to normal, but we reached a new normal. Well, let's face it, the way people are, we'll go back to normal, and then within 5 years, there'll be anti-vaxxers really up on us again, and half the world will die. That was my positive note, sorry. I probably should have made some notes for this one. I literally didn't. I put a title down and just said, I'll just wing it, there's no problem. There's been no problem with me winging it this entire 24 days. Yeah, I'm not Let's talk about the beer. Not specifically. At the outset of this, I pointed out that the idea for this came from watching a Wheezy Waiter video where he was not drinking any alcohol for a month or 30 days. And I thought to myself, that seems insane. Why would anyone want to drink alcohol every day for 30 days? And then I realized that there's plenty of people who do that. I know people who do that. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm never with them for 30 days straight, so I can't say for sure. But based on talking, people do this. And it seems weird. It seems like an odd thing to be acceptable in our society. But it is. Well, for the most part. Are they functioning alcoholics or are they non-functioning alcoholics? I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I just know that for me, no. The toughest part about this hasn't been writing the coming up with the ideas, writing my outlines, because I haven't really been doing scripts. It hasn't been finding time to carve out of the day to make these. It hasn't been the hours I spent setting all this up to make it look halfway decent and it not looking halfway decent for most of the time. It hasn't been the time spent editing. It hasn't been the time spent... It wasn't the time spent buying the beer. That part was actually kind of fun. But drinking every day for the last 24 days has been a bit of a hardship. I don't think it's really affected my sleep necessarily, although the fact of these movies, these videos probably has, just because it does take time out of my day, and a lot of times near the evening where I want to relax. But before I can relax, I have to, do this bit and edit and upload, and then my time just gets pushed back a little further. So maybe I've lost a little sleep over this Vlogmas, but I don't think it's from the beer. I don't feel any less healthy. Certainly don't feel any more healthy. But yeah, it's just been kind of an unpleasant experience. I'm definitely an occasional drinker. I might even be a rare drinker. Sometimes I'll think about it. I usually have some sort of alcohol in the house. I don't know why, but I do. Honestly, it comes in handy when I'm going to a party, because a lot of times for parties I'll say, yes, I'm going, and then I'll say, nah, I don't want to go. And then I'll end up going. It just sounds good at the time. So it's always good to bring stuff to share. My rule for that is I always buy different alcohols to try out. If I don't like them, those are the ones I take to parties to share. That's a bit of a life advice for you. So yeah, the drinking every day, it's not for me. But let's face it, if you look at our friend Draw's channel, drawing every day, also not for me. But that's okay. I'll definitely try to get some more out to round out the rest of my year. I think I have until the end of March before I've come up on the 1 year of doing that. And after that, I'm sure I'll keep doing the drawings. I just probably won't film them, so actually, get a little bit better. I haven't reached a lot of progression with that. My Minecraft series, Monotonous Minecraft, is definitely wrapping up. I'm almost done flattening my world. My legacy-sized world. I'm trying to flatten a world that you literally could not create nowadays. I don't even think you can do it with the legacy version of the game on PS4. Maybe you could. Maybe you could create a small world that was only that big. But why would you? Everything's on Bedrock now. So this, like that, was just another one of those insane tasks I set forth for myself. And I've done it. Consistently. I don't think I was late on any video even, at least in my own time zone. So I call that a pretty good win. I have finished every single one of my beers up to this point, which is kind of impressive. There's a few of them I really didn't like, but I still finished them, usually while waiting for videos to render. I tried not to say too much stuff that was, I don't know, real in these videos. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. Some was advice, some was jokes. It was an interesting time. I think it was a lot different. And I don't know, well, last year I didn't know if I was going to do this year, and this year I don't know if I'm going to do next year. Probably. It becomes a habit. Like Inktober. That becomes difficult, but I was doing it. November, though, I just don't see myself setting up. I can't do Inktober and November back to back. It's just not how my brain will work. I've got other crafts I need to do. In fact, once this is done, I'm looking forward to actually getting back to finishing some of the crafts I've already started and starting some anew, true. A big process this year in my house has just been me cleaning up my own spaces, my office, and my workshop. It's a long, ongoing process, which there's been some visible progress, but not enough for my liking. So we'll get that done. I hope. Well, eventually. I'm old enough now where I have to look forward to my limited future, and part of what I want to do with my life is not leave my kids a bunch of crap to have to go through. So maybe I'll just let them start tagging stuff now, and that way I can get rid of everything else. My kids are morbid. They would do that. So that wraps up another Vlogmas, a second Vlogmas. Now this channel has a lot more videos than it had before. I've also been thinking it'd be kind of fun to do the Duplass Brothers thing of when they started, they were just filming a film a week or a month or something like that. Just them and their friends putting something together and just having fun. And that's how they kind of refine their craft into what they do now, which is still make a bunch of movies with their friends, except now they get paid a lot of money for it. I guess it's hard to make movies with your friends when you can't see your friends because you're afraid of killing each other. So, yeah, maybe that idea will have to wait for a little bit longer. In the meantime, go ahead and watch the other 23 videos of this vlog. You want to hear all the stories, or else you won't know what's going on in this one. I mean, you can't just start at the end. Everyone knows this. Check out my other channel, Fred Draws. Fred Makes is still a little bit light. Hopefully add some things there soon. And just the regular Fred Gaming channel. Plenty of stuff to watch there. If that is your druthers. If it's not your druthers, I'm sure you know kids. You have kids in your life that like Minecraft. Share the videos with them. Make me super popular. I'll thank you. There's a reason I'm trying to get through this beer, and I'll tell you what it is now. Back in the old days of the Man Show, they had the guy that they had to kill off. I don't remember that guy's name. With a cheer, and he would drink down a beer, like a full one, in seconds. It was crazy. And I just thought that was a weird thing they did. Until I started going to Oktoberfest. Not in Bavaria, just locally. The Midwest has all sorts of festivals like that. Anyway, as I was saying, because we're full of German expats. By expats, I mean, it's so long ago you really can't call them that anymore. But my point is that I learned that the toast was a real one. We're going to finish this vlog in a stupid, stupid way, just like we started it, by agreeing to drink a beer a day for 24 days. With a little chant. And I'm going to get it wrong. Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Happy New Year.